And the internal foundations of power are now destroyed. So let's come to love. So let's come to love. You know Surah Al-Layl, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with such economy of language, He teaches us about the male-female relationship. He says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, He says, وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَى. He takes an oath by the night, and that by that which it shrouds, so mysteriously, so splendidly, it shrouds, it covers. And then he goes on to say, وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا تَجَلَّى. And he takes an oath by the day, and by its bright light, nothing covered here. And then he comes on to say, وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنثَى. وَمَا خَلَقَ الذَّكَرَ وَالْأُنثَى. That in the same way that Allah created the night and the day, so too did Allah create the male and the female. And then comes the last verse in the passage, إِنَّ سَعْيَكُمْ لَشَتَّى. That you are functionally different. The day has the job of the day, and the night has the job of the night. Now, this passage of the Quran actually belongs to the subject of Islam and the modern feminist revolution. But we're not going to be doing this lecture in Sydney. Islam, or an Islamic response to the modern feminist revolution and its struggle for women's liberation. But there's a part of that subject which is relevant tonight. When the day is day and the night is night, look what happens. When a man is a man, not a rat. Look what happens. When the day is approaching the night, do you notice what happens? There is tremendous excitement. There is the excitement of two powerful forces attracted to each other. And as the day approaches the night, the day expresses its excitement and its joy by painting the sky in a riot of colors. It's called a sunset. You got sunset in Sydney? That's the excitement of the day approaching the night. And then when the day meets the night, the day plunges into the arms of the night. Intense attraction. And then after the day has disappeared into the arms of the night, then all through the night there's a time for rest, and there's a time for sleep, and there's a time for love, and there's a time for worship, and then there is a time to say goodbye. And now the day must leave. But the night is holding on to the day. And so, no longer plunging, now the day has to struggle to get out of the arms of the night. And so only one ray of light at a time, until eventually the day can extricate itself from the arms of the night. That is the intense attraction of the male for the female. Of course, when, as in Singapore and in France and the United States and in Australia, the feminist revolution takes over and now the night wants to become day, you understand that? then the night will no longer be truly night. No. Now she dresses like a man. Have you seen her? With a jacket and the trousers? I've seen her with a tie as well. Now she has to talk like a man. The voice is masculine. I'm not going to mention the name of anybody in Mr. Clinton's cabinet. Now the face also becomes masculine. Sometimes you can't tell the difference. Now she has to behave like a man. No more of the shyness and the bashfulness of a woman. As she comes to approach Musa, Nabi Musa alayhi salam, by the well, and she's so shy and she's so bashful. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes her. No, Uncle Sam's daughters ain't like that. She's got to behave like a man. And now there's rivalry between the two. And in consequence of the night trying to become day, she loses her femininity. And when she loses her femininity, then the attraction begins to wane. Wane means to decrease. What happens when the day is no longer attracted to the night? Answer: the day will now mate with the day. The day will now mate with the day. Who prophesied that? Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. And so homosexuality and lesbianism is a necessary consequence of the adoption of the modern feminist revolution. We quoted from the Quran to point out to you the intensity of the attraction of the male for the female, particularly when you are young and the fires burn very bright. They say you got to fall in love first, and only after you've fallen in love then you get married. Of course, marriage is very expensive, because you not only have to pay for the wedding dress and the wedding clothing, and you have to pay for the banquet hall and all of these things, but you also have to pay your lawyer, and she has to pay her lawyer to have the prenuptial agreement. And then you get married, and you pledge eternal love for each other. You've heard it before. Eternal love for each other. And eternity lasts for 6 months.
That's true.
That's true. Eternity lasts for 6 months. We had so much love for each other. If you're a teenager tonight, listen to me. We had so much love for each other. Where did it go? After they got married, love left them. It went with a cloud, passing away. After they got married, every day the love grew less and less and less and less until it disappeared. Where did it go? The answer is, it wasn't love. Allah is al